start off with some sunscreen. Okay, so after doing my sunscreen, I'm just gonna go ahead and start concealing some of my acne. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. So after spot concealing my acne, I like to use a brush to blend it all out rather than using a sponge, because I found that using a sponge actually takes up a lot more product compared to a brush. So a brush just allows it to seamlessly blend all out without using that many products. Then I'm gonna go in with a beauty blender to just make it seem seamless, and so that none of my concealer looks streaky because of the brush strokes. And then using the Clio Kill Cover Mesh Cushion, I'm just gonna blend out everything and put on foundation on my face to make my skin look very nice and clear and to cover up any other blemishes and discoloration. Next, I'm gonna go in with my contour stick using the NYX Wonder Stick, and I'm just gonna apply it directly on top of my cheekbones rather than underneath, because I have a very rounded face as well as rounded cheeks, and so in order to make my face look a lot more slimmer, I like to apply the contour directly on my cheekbones to make my cheekbones seem a lot more prominent. I'm then gonna apply some blush using the Rare Beauty liquid blush. I'm then gonna set my face using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I'm then gonna use a makeup palette and use a powdered contour in order to contour my face. And as you can see, I've used this contour so many times that it's literally gone from my palette. But I like to apply that onto my cheekbones because I find that sometimes my contour stick doesn't really show that well. And so in order to make my cheeks more slimmer and to make my cheekbones more prominent, I like to use a powdered contour. I also like to use the blush from this makeup palette in order to make my cheeks seem a lot more pink and rosy. Moving into the eyes, I like to go ahead and brush my eyebrows and then fill it in using the eyebrow pencil. And I know that most people like to gel their eyebrows and then fill it in, but I haven't really tried it yet. I'm not really sure if I like it, but this is usually what I do with my eyebrows. I just like to brush them and leave them as it is because I'm really scared of ruining my eyebrows. I'm then going to use some eyeshadow, and I'm going to mix a light pink as well as a brown color and put it on top of my eyelids. And I think that adding eyeshadow just makes your eyes pop and makes them a lot bigger rather than leaving them completely bare. And so I like to go for a more doe type of makeup, and putting on eyeshadow on top of my eyelids just makes them pop and makes them a lot more rounded and interesting. I'm also going to use some dark brown eyeshadow to create a little winged liner moment. Because I actually like to use powder rather than liquid liners, because I just feel like they look a lot more natural, a lot more seamless, rather than looking very foreign to the eye. But that's just me. I'm then gonna go ahead and curl my lashes and apply some mascara. Then using that exact same shade of brown, I like to put some eyeshadow underneath my eyes to make them pop and to make them look a lot more rounded and bigger. And I don't like to put it directly on top of my waterline because I'm really scared of stabbing my eyeballs, so I just put it around my eyes. Using a liquid liner, I like to follow that eyeliner shadow that I made using my eyeshadow, and then that just helps it to look more prominent and to make it seem more noticeable. Okay, so I just realized that I forgot to do my nose contour properly. So how I usually do my nose contour is I like to go in with the stick contour to contour my nose, but I also like to go in with my powder contour just because sometimes it doesn't really show properly, and so I just like to make a little outline, and I like to use my fingers just because I feel like it allows me to get the most control when I'm contouring my nose. And then after that, I'm going to go in with a concealer, and I like to use a lighter concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Vanilla, and I like to use these in order to just properly highlight my nose. It looks a little bit light. And then I'm just going to blend that out using a beauty blender. I'm going to go ahead and use a highlighter, and I'm just going to highlight the tip of my nose. Afterwards, I like to go ahead with the same highlighter, and I like to highlight the inner corner of my eyes just a little bit. Not a whole lot, but I still want it to be very visible. So after doing the rest of my face, I'm gonna go ahead and start on doing my lips. Literally all of my favorite lip products. I don't know why I use so many, but sometimes I'm just indecisive and I don't know what to pick. I like to start off by using a lip balm to make sure that my lips are nice and hydrated, and then I like to go in with all my lip products afterwards. I also like to put on lip gloss to make my lips look very nice and juicy and plump. And that is it for the final makeup look. That was really simple, it was fairly quick. It's how I do my everyday sort of makeup when I'm going out, or usually when I'm just going to school or running errands. This is how I usually do my makeup. And so hopefully you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more if you guys want to see more makeup videos and makeup tutorials, and I'll see you guys in the next video.